It says that we're live. It says that we're live.
But I think the video thing is X'd out.
Oh, so they can hold it. There we are. And let me put okay, so here's how this weird Google Hangouts thing works for those of you who are already in here with us. The chat really has never worked for me. But if you like hover over the screen, a little bar will pop out and you see a little speech bubble that says Q&A. If you click on the Q&A, you should be able to type to us in the Q&A. And if that isn't working for you for whatever reason, I'm gonna pull up the OUR Restroom Twitter notifications, and you can tweet at OUR Restroom with any questions or comments that you have. A few people have joined since I started talking, so I'm gonna say that all again in a minute. But hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm furiously filling out.
Can you make it look nice for the viewers at home? There we go. You're
Hi,
just
guys.
like a little tiny human in the lower
I'm
corner.
furiously filling out the answers to my half of the Newlywed Game.
But we decided that in addition, so we're going to play music and we're going to talk about bathrooms, and we're going to be joined in the next couple hours by Mal Blum, who is an amazing musician. You might know them. And also Vivek Shreya, who's also an amazing musician and a writer. Actually, Mal's a writer too. We have a lot of Renaissance friends. So in addition to them joining us, we're going to be playing music. I mean, Jenny's going to be playing music, but I'm going to be
You're going to help.
I'm going to be helping because got my glockenspiel ready.
Woo!
But I thought it would be fun to do something fun. Not that music isn't fun, but like a game fun. So we're going to be playing the Newlywed Game. And here's the questions. I haven't filled out my sheet yet. I'm going to fill it out while Jenny is playing some songs solo. And she's furiously working on hers, which I'm not looking at.
I'm done.
You're done. Okay, great. Okay, so now there's a bunch of people in the room. Hi.
Hey, y'all.
I explained this at the start, but I think it takes a minute for everybody to get in the room. The chat in Google Hangouts has never worked for us, ever. So you can either tweet at OUR Restroom if you have questions or comments or requests, or if you want to stay in here and talk to us, if you hover, there you go, Weednet's got it. You hover over your screen in the left, on the left side, at least on the left side for me, there's a bunch of little buttons. One of them says Q&A. Hello, Tess. Tess is in there. And if you click Q&A, you can type to us in the Q&A on the side here that we can see. So if you can figure that out, you probably can figure that out. You're all pretty smart. If you can figure that out, you can type to us there. And if you're having trouble, you can tweet at OUR Restroom. So that's why we're here. What are you doing? Oh, social media?
Just letting people know what we're up to.
No, that's fair. Social media is allowed.
I'm behind.
So thank you for being here. I want to say, also, I should have the campaign page up while this is going on. So let me pull that up.
Oh, look, we got some questions. Hello and hello.
Hello and hello. We are at $11,376 over at ourrestroom.com. I am assuming that everyone who is in here with us is familiar with why I have $11,376 and knows that I'm aiming for $15,000. But let me talk to you for a minute about it, since that's why we're here. So like more than a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, Jenny and I were out to dinner in Union Square, and I had already gone into so many establishments in New York where there were single stall restrooms, and one said men and one said women. And every time it happened, I was like, why? It's like, I'm annoyed about the gender binary to begin with, but this is just ridiculous. Like, there's no point for this. Each room is the same. They both have toilets. Maybe one has a urinal, but like, guess what? I can still pee in a toilet if a urinal's in the room with me. So none of it ever made sense to me, and it made me very angry. And then this, that happened a few times, and then we went to dinner, and the restaurant had the same fucking thing. 2 restrooms, one for men, one for women. And I sat back down after I went to the bathroom, and Jenny's used to me sitting down and being really passionately angry about any matter of thing.
That's my wife.
So I was like, I feel like I should talk to the manager. I feel like everybody would do it if they just understood that they'd be making safe spaces. but they don't know, and I could tell them. And then I got really intimidated by the whole thing. And I was like, I don't know what I would say or how I would say it. And then it occurred to me that if I couldn't talk to a manager at a restaurant or a bar, being somebody who works in this community every day of my life, who has these conversations all the time, and somebody who is half Italian and raised for part of her life on Long Island, is very loud and outspoken, then there were probably a ton of people who were in my position, who wanted this to change, but who didn't know how to make it change, or who felt uncomfortable having the conversation, etc. So that day was the day that OUR Restroom was born. And I thought if I started a website where people could just put in the establishment's name and address and email and Twitter account, that then I could work behind the scenes on doing that outreach. I could send them a postcard. I could call them on the phone. I could tweet at them. They would see that we were featuring businesses, which we've already started to do, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And it would start this ball rolling. And then I talked to Allison Weiss, who is an incredible musician and a super badass and works really, really hard fighting for equality in the LGBTQ community and beyond. And Allison was super, super pumped on it. And if you don't know this about Allison, not only is she amazing at all that stuff I mentioned, but she's also an incredible designer. She's designed, you know, Jenny merch and Everyone is Gay merch, and like, look, she's just brilliant. And so she came on board, and her and I partnered to launch this website. And we started the Indiegogo campaign. And so we're in our last 24 hours of the campaign. And what we've found in the last month of doing the campaign and starting to do work, because I reached out to a few businesses to begin with, is that there's actually a lot more to do than just inform the businesses. Los Angeles has this crazy codes that aren't really specific, but are kind of specific. And so for the first business ever, I looked into it. I went down to the building and safety department. I talked to the inspectors. I like made all these calls, and I was able to then tell the business, here's the deal. Nobody knows. No inspector knows what the code means. Some will enforce and say you have to put men and women up, and some will not. If you have two unisex, you're still on the code. But the most that will happen, like you won't get fined, nothing. The worst that could happen is that they'll tell you to put the gender signs back up. And so with that information, voila, they changed their restroom signs. So that's going to be part of the work too. And then, like, to be honest with you all, I think a big part of the work is going to be passing legislation, like working with people in cities to pass legislation like we see in New York City now. Congrats, New York City. In Philly, in Seattle, in several other cities, Washington, D.C., and Austin. It's like illegal there. You can't gender your single stall restrooms. So we're going to get that to happen in a lot of other places. And, you know, that means that trans and non-binary folks, and also not even just trans and non-binary people, but people who are gender non-conforming, who might not present as like what we expect a woman or man to present as, they have easy access to a bathroom. They don't have to stand there looking at two signs, neither of which describes them accurately, and choose one for no reason.
No reason.
So that's my beginning rant. I'm going to talk more about bathrooms, but like I'm going to piecemeal it. You know, I'm not going to talk for an hour.
Yeah, it's so great.
So yeah, and we're climbing and climbing, and I figured it would be really fun to hang out with you all for 2.5 hours on this last day. For those of you just joining us, Mel Blum is going to join us at 1 o'clock our time in California, 4 o'clock Eastern time. And then Vivek Shreya is going to join us a half an hour later, and we're going to chat with both of them. Talk about gender, talk about bathrooms, talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer with Mal, at least, who very much wants to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, and in the meantime, we're going to play some music. If you are just joining, there's a Q&A button on the left side of your screen. If you click it, you can type to us here. And Tess has asked a question. Kristin, I'm going to select it, Tess, because I know how to use the internet. Will this work in other countries too? Yes, is the short answer. Certainly, we're not limiting ourselves to the US. As places are submitted, we'll begin researching those cities or those countries. So I'm going to be learning a lot. I'm actually really excited. I was like, so Jenny can testify that I last week, or was it last week that I was doing all that?
Yeah, I think so, because we just had a whole week, right? We're at the end of the week.
Yeah,
the week before this week.
I was like on fire. Because it's so like tangible and like you know, you can like hold the code in your hands and be like, who did this and how do I change it? Which is work that's very different than the work that I normally do. It's usually very hard for me to quantify, you know, the success rate of like everyone is gay. It's like, I know that we've helped thousands of people, but I can't like point to a thing and say, look what we did. So this is really cool for that reason. And I'm really excited to start learning more. And Tess, to expand on that question, I found out already that there's something called an international building code, which I thought that the guy said the wrong word. I was like, you mean national, right? He was like, no, it's an international building code, and like everybody has to abide by it or amend it for their city. So yes, we are going to be working with other countries too. We'll see what happens. It's all an adventure.
So wild. That's an interesting question.
From WeedNet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, here's a question from WeedNet. Do the men's bathrooms in the States have baby changing units? So some do, but not most.
And we don't know if there's like a legislative aspect to that or a coding aspect to that. I mean.
It might be the same kind of, and this is like more of the stuff that I'm excited to learn, because like the code in LA says, you know, if you have like X, if your capacity is bigger than X, or if you serve alcohol, you have to have a designated restroom for each sex. So we know that they're of course talking about 2, because that's how most things discuss gender or sex. But the language is really loose. It's like, does that mean that if there's 2, that's enough, or do they have to be labeled? And so I wonder if it's a similar thing where there's legislation that at least one of your restrooms has to have a changing table, a baby changing table, and most people are like, well, obviously we would put it in the women's room and not the men's room. You know, maybe that's a thing. Maybe places don't want to buy 2, so they're like, well, probably it's usually the moms, and they don't put it in the men's room. But yeah, that's all the sort of stuff that we're going to be unpacking. I'm really excited.
Can I answer the other 2 questions?
Yes, Jenny, hold on. Let me pull them up. Okay. Next question is
hi, Tess.
There you go.
Okay, let me answer
Can you all see the questions as I click them?
I think so, because they
oh, they can vote them. Right.
And down, and then I think they show up on the top.
Okay, here's your next question, Jenny.
Hey, WeedNet.
Great job.
Cool.
Great work.
Yeah, well, I like to participate and we have different strengths and weaknesses. Kristin's great at addressing complicated issues that are nuanced and potentially emotionally fraught. And I'm good at saying hello to people who say hello to me first.
You're so good at saying hello. Did you want to say anything to everybody who's here? We have, looks like at least 45 people are here.
Hi, everyone. Oh, yes,
another question for Jenny.
Hi, Sylvia. Cool.
Okay. How would you like to start things off? Do you want to play some music?
Sure.
We have music. We're gonna play a newlywed game. We have Mal and Vivek joining us. I have, in case you missed my big reveal,
Kristen's got her glockenspiel.
I have my glockenspiel
ready to go.
I have a couple of songs ready to go.
I also have this harmonica if you want to.
Oh, I'm always down to.
I know you like to jump on the mouth harp.
I don't know if I like calling it the mouth harp though. Why don't we start and play a song together first?
Okay.
And then you can play a couple on your own while I fill out my newlywed game questionnaire.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great.
But what one do you want to do first?
I don't know. That's hard because these 2, like this we can't start with, and this we can't really start with. So
I guess we should start with Old Faithful.
Old Faithful. So those of you who have been around for a while, you may be familiar with this cover that that Jenny and I do together. Done it many a time. Is it okay that they can't see my glockenspiel? Yeah, right.
Well, it's like, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I could I could sit back like this so that they.
But then you're not gonna be as comfortable playing, I think, because you have to hold it with one hand.
All right, I'm gonna play this one on the table. But if everybody feels really sad, also it might be really loud. No, it's okay. Okay, Jenny says it's okay. You heard it here first, everyone.
I'm just gonna tune really good.
Okay, she's gonna tune. I'm going to keep an eye on the campaign, because another piece of this is that probably a lot of you in here have already donated to the campaign, and thank you, because we're doing really well, and we have like $3,600 left to go in the last 24 hours, but I thought it would be good to get all together because it would help inspire you all to share about the campaign while we're chatting. You know, if you want to take screenshots and be like, look what's happening on air, you can do that. But, you know, using the time to both be serenaded by this beautiful music and also let everyone know, holy shit, we have 24 hours left to meet this goal, to change the world, to rid all of the bathrooms that are single stall of their gender markers. That would be awesome. All right, you ready? Am I ready?
Are you?
I mean, I guess. Oh, I'm doing this without the lyrics, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna wing it. And
Great,
it'll probably
great,
be better
great.
that way.
Oh, a new donation just came through.
Nice.
$55. Oh,
Nice.
another $5 donation came through. Oh, while we were sitting right here. Thank you.
$100 counts.
Okay.
Sorry, I just remembered.
You know all the words now?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all my words.
So I don't know any of the words, and I'm just gonna improv. So hopefully it'll be great. On that flight that you get on, international, first class seat, I'm all like go, riding comfortable. 'Cause I know what the girls that leave, maybe I'm great. Got lipstick stains on my passport, make it hard to leave. Been around the world, don't speak the language, but you really don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Know all the words in my song. Know all the side conversations ain't long, but you know what is. I know what the girls they want. Run it to Taiwan. Got lipstick stains in my passport. Think I need a new one. Been around the world, don't speak the language, but your booty don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Uno. Met your friend in Rio. Dos. She was all on me. Tres. We could manage a trio. La 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 la. Dos Cadinas, sold out arenas. Something to suck my. Excuse me. Gilbert Arenas, tongue on neck, chest to chest, tongue on neck. Try to get to it. Should have saved in my phone under big booty. Got her saved on my phone under big booty. Got her saved in my phone under big booty. Been around the world, don't speak the language. That was good. Booty don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me.
That's great.
Get jazzy on me.
We were practicing this song a minute ago before we were on the air. And Kristin just winged her rap without checking lyrics. And I thought it was important for you to.
Does he say Gilbert Arenas?
There's a dude named Gilbert Arenas, I think.
Oh, I thought it was like a series of arenas owned by the company Gilbert.
No, because then they say something about sold out arenas. Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, that's probably where it
I
came
think that's
from.
the vibe. It's typical.
Gilbert
Yeah.
Arenas. Chest to chest, tongue on neck.
Neck.
Every day trying to get to it. Right? I had to be close.
Every day, every way, trying to get to it.
See?
Got to save number one.
What I said.
That's what he said.
That is what I said. Missed a word or two. We have a couple questions.
Yay!
First, Kay. Hi, Kay. Welcome. Will Kristin be playing the banjo as well? I mean, she certainly can. But I don't know how. So it wouldn't be great, but I can pick up the banjo and play a string before the event is over, before this event is over. We have a bathroom question and a bathroom response. Alyssa wants to know, have you looked into how this project could impact universities? I petitioned for a building at my school to do something like this and it worked. Hey, good job. But it was such a painful and frustrating process. It would be awesome to see it happen everywhere. Alyssa, that's like exactly the thing, right? Is that so many businesses and universities, so many people who want this to happen don't have the time to make it happen, because I kid you not, it really did take me a full week. I anticipate it taking a little bit longer for me to get to like the bottom of certain things as I learn, but it's a really complicated system, and you're dealing with like laws and codes and policies that are written by people who don't even understand that gender is more than two things. So it's a lot to unpack in a legal sense, in a coding sense, and in a policy sense. And that is the work that I am going to do with our restroom. And, you know, I plan to bring on people who will volunteer their time for exactly that, to help me out, to make those calls, to figure out what the policy says, who changes it. And it's like a labyrinth. It's like if anyone has dealt ever with like trying to figure out anything on your health insurance or like going to the DMV, it's the same kind of deal. It's just, you open one door and you think that the answer's on the other side, and then you find 40 more doors and you're like, okay. And then you open all 40 and there's 20 on it. It's a thing, but that's the point. If businesses and schools and people in general don't have to have the time to do the work won't get done. So our restroom will exist to make sure that it happens. You know what I'm saying? Good question. And then I want to pull up Tess here, who says, my uni is actually doing this stuff, and I forgot. I get to sit on the LGBTQI equality group, and they were talking about getting more all-gender toilet signs and giving them to the appropriate people. So it is happening, but it is a process. All right, so if you have just joined us, just so you know, the way that you can ask questions, there's a little Q&A button on your Google Hangout screen over to the left if you hover. If you click that, it should open up the Q&A and you should be able to type inside. And if not, you can tweet at us at OUR Restroom with any questions or requests. Jenny, you want to play some songs for these lovely people while I fill out my newlywed questionnaire?
I would like that a lot.
Okay, great.
Are we gonna go to the green chair? Love chairs in this room.
Yeah, they can still see me in the green chair. I'll keep an eye on the Twitter in case anything comes through. That's really important. Can I use this notebook?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. I'll just be over here on my newlywed questions.
Hi guys. I don't have any songs about bathroom stuff.
Can you hand me my phone?
Yes.
There you are. You could probably make up a song about bathroom stuff.
We might get there. This is a song about taking somebody home from a bar that hopefully has unisex single stall bathrooms. Nothing?
What? I'm working. What'd you say?
I said this is a song about taking someone home from a bar that hopefully has unisex single stall bathrooms.
There you go. Every one of your songs can have a single stall.
Yeah, I'm gonna work it in.
Unisex restroom in it.
Well, you're sitting on a bar stool, even motionless as you can be, thinking maybe if you're lucky, life is like a T-Rex, the stillness is sweet, you say, cause you're feeling like the last person left on the planet tonight, and you're scanning the horizon, seeing out the signs of life, and you pray that you don't be alright. So on your side, so that says back at you are better some behind. Why don't we go Not trying to make you think this is some kind of great big deal. But I just know exactly how you feel. See that thing you reach for in the middle of the night. Let me be the one who treats you right. Let me be the one who treats you right. Now I know you never seen. There's no reason you can't. But I'm asking a very nice thing. And all it takes is one step to start. Even the day the night. Shine out, walking night. What's the worst thing that can happen? Find out we don't quite fit. But on the flip side, we could be just right. Sure, there's a chance that we're both in the broken and split. That's my confidence. Quit worrying where they'll fall if you should roll the dice. Why don't you come home with me tonight? Alright. Not trying to make you think this is some kind of great big deal. But I just know exactly how you feel. After you get that thing you reach for in the middle of the night. Let me be the one who treats you right. Let me be the one who treats you right. Let me be the one who treats you right.
Woo!
How's it going? How are you?
These are so hard.
I know, right?
I don't understand some of them. I'm supposed to be answering what I think, right? Like when it says, if your spouse could wear one of your clothing items, what would it be? I'm supposed to answer what you would want to wear.
Right. And then you're going to ask me those questions about you, and I answer them, and then we see if our answers line up.
Right.
Cool.
Right. I mean, I have a lot of them done, but you should hit play one more song and I'll... Wait, there's one that I think that I have to skip.
Which one is it? Because
it's the one that says imitate how your spouse behaves when they get angry. Because how do you write that down?
I know. Oh, well, I did it in asterisks.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Which one did you skip?
I guess I didn't skip one. I thought I skipped one, but they're all here. Oh, wait. The strangest gift.
Oh, that's the only one I don't have answered. So we'll skip that one.
Skip it. Okay. But I should play another song, or we should play the new.
Yeah, play another song. Does anybody ask any questions over there? There's
Nobody.
A couple tweets.
Nobody.
But it might just be.
What are the tweets?
It's just people retweeting. Can you all retweet things for me? Thanks. Also, if you're so inclined, you could be tweeting at people like, I don't know, the Trevor Project or Brandy Carlisle, or I don't know, but just like people who might share about our restroom.
I love your two examples.
Yeah, the Trevor Project and Brandy Carlisle. So it's fine. So can you handle that question?
I can handle it. It's for me, so no big deal. Oh God, I'm bad at the mouse though. Sylvia, yes. Fire away. Fire away with your requests. Your song requests. I'll do my best. In the meantime,
I don't know. Ask her if she's watching. She can tell you.
I'm going to play this song called Clean Break. That was inspired by a episode of The X-Files.
Oh, I could help you out with part of that.
You can?
I think so. I mean, I'm a little rusty. Hold on a second.
We're holding on a second. Kristin has some stuff going on.
Well, just because Vivek just tweeted and said that she was not asked to join the Jewel duet, which will be later, and I said, consider yourself asked. you know.
Yeah, you don't want to presume somebody is familiar enough with Jewel and down enough with Jewel to want to participate, but you want them to secretly be down and then participate.
Okay. Let me see. Sorry, I may have gotten myself involved in something.
Yeah, this
might be too complicated for me, but like, who knows? Don't go tapping stuff.
Yeah, this is right. Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay. This is gonna be rusty, so I'm sorry, but it's just for the beginning. If you want to start the song like that,
right,
with your whistling.
It's just hang on 1 second. Could you hand me that
capo?
Hang on. You're right with you.
You could just whistle it. You don't have to play it.
No, I have to do it in a different key. That's in a different key than the song.
Music. Oh, I have no idea what you want me to do now. Okay. Yes. Oh, I see. Hold on. Is that right? That's weird.
It's pretty close.
Okay. Why is that weird?
I think because
I'm following it. The beginning two were right on.
Yeah, they totally were. So I think when we originally did this, we were doing the actual song chords and not the clean break intro chords. Kristen's just playing the shit out of the X-Files theme song. So great job, Kristin. Nice.
Okay, we'll work on the second bit for another time. Now you may play your song, and I will go back to my.
Yeah, hurry up with the newlywed game. Play.
I'm done with the newlywed game. I'm just finishing up with some social. There's a lot to do.
Hurry up with your social. Make it a clean break, make it a fast kind. Don't wanna feel the ache, don't wanna keep the right. Parts of me I don't need anymore can go. Don't bother with the table, we can do it on the floor. God knows I am sure. Make it a clean break. Make it a fast kind. Don't wanna feel the ache. Don't wanna keep the right. Need for anesthetic and no more last regrets. Just sterilize the scalpel and let's get this over with. We've got muscle tension. Clean breath. Get a fast. Don't wanna feel the ache. Don't wanna keep the right. I come to instantly creeping in my skin. It's back a lie under the knife and start over again. Can I find the phantom lips? Make it fast, guy. Don't wanna feel the ache. Don't wanna keep that. Make it feel right. Make it a fast, guy. Don't wanna feel the ache. Don't wanna keep it right. Woo! Ta-da!
What? Mal Mal just tweeted, turned on the OUR Restroom Google Hang for 1 second so far, and Kristin is playing the X-Files theme on Glockenspiel. You're welcome.
Newlywed game right now.
Mal also wants to know, is there an official hashtag for this Google Hang? No, there isn't. There probably should be. It could just be hashtag Jenny Owen Tubbs.
Or hashtag our Google Hang. This is bad. I'm sorry. I should go. Our rest hang. Our rescued.
No.
Our. Fine, Jenny Owen Tubbs. It is.
Okay.
So should we go back and forth?
Okay, so, there's so many notifications. Oh, they're all from me tweeting. They're all from us tweeting, I should say.
Oh. I didn't know you took that picture.
Yeah.
Kristin tweeted a picture of me from behind, from back there. So
with the like newlywed questions in focus.
here, here's the stick.
Okay. I'm really excited about this.
Okay. Do you want to go back and forth or what do you do?
Oh, I didn't do the first one. Hold on, let me do the first one. Entertain the people, Jen.
Well, everyone, I'd like to invite you to witness me putting on this long sleeve shirt again because the air conditioning has kicked back on. Kristin is hot-blooded and enjoys a very cold house. I am cold-blooded and enjoy not freezing to death.
I mean, it's 74 degrees in here, just for the record. 74 degrees.
Okay, so.
Okay, so we are going to, we're gonna play the newlywed game. Okay, so the first question is, if you could describe your spouse in one word, what would it be? This is the one I just answered. It was a little rushed, so sorry for not being very poetic. That's a clue, I guess. So what do you think I described you as?
Hot.
No.
Yeah,
I described my one word was energetic, which I feel like really.
That's so
Jenny just has
non-committal.
But I went to. It just seemed. Listen,
It's
energetic. Fine. You lose.
What do you think? What do you think I described you as?
Sensitive.
Loving.
That's nice. You're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully both of our mother-in-laws are here.
Hopefully.
If your mother-in-law were an animal, what would she be? So what do you think I described about your mom? What animal?
Something with like very fierce maternal instincts. Like an eagle or something?
An eagle is so much better than what I chose.
What'd you choose?
I chose a peacock.
Ooh!
Because I feel like, like a peacock
Because of her pageant child history?
Maybe. I just felt like also it really fits with Jenny's mom sends us packages. And like every time we think it's just a t-shirt, we pick it up and then confetti goes everywhere. And it's like, you've been doing it your whole life. And still she does it. And still she forgets.
She like leaves enough time between packages that I always have just forgotten.
Right.
And then I get confetti bomb.
So like I think that, that reminded me of it.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so my mom. How about a hen?
That would have been really good.
Because my mom has 7 sisters and like they get together and they literally sound like hens. They're like the octave is like here, it's gone softer. What was it?
I said a Labrador because she's really enthusiastic and very happy all the time, and also like really tuned in to like when you just like need like a little bit of like physical
so
loving
nice.
affirmation.
That's so
Just
nice.
like a Labrador.
That's very nice. Yeah. Okay, if your spouse could wear one of your clothing items, what would it be? I answered this one in a second. 1 second it took me. What do you think it is, Jenny?
Your denim jacket?
Yes, my denim jacket. I bought Jenny wanted a denim jacket for a long time, and then I found a great one in Austin. It wasn't my fault, and I bought it, and she has coveted my denim jacket ever since.
It's really nice.
Your flannel.
That is the right answer, but that's not what I wrote down.
What did you write?
I wrote down she already does. Like, I was just confused. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. It was problematic.
She already gets to wear them all, so I refuse to answer this question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If your spouse had a superhero power, what would it be? Jenny? I'm not right. I don't think I'm right on mine.
Oh, is it supposed to be like what superhero power I would want?
You would want, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, probably it's either flight or invisibility. I feel like that's what everybody says.
Yeah. I went with Wolverine claws.
Woo! Yeah!
I just feel like you're really into them, you know?
I totally am. I would love some
Great.
adamantium lace skeleton and
Wow.
the
I guess we haven't been keeping
claws.
so far only you got denim jacket and I got Wolverine claws. Wait, no, that's 2 for me. But you haven't gotten any points yet. Just saying, I have to keep score, so.
What do you think I said about you?
Superhero power? Flying?
Well, I wrote some heal the world type shit. Maybe Professor X vibes. Like, you know? He's always like getting inside people's heads.
No, not
and
interested.
Lifting things with his mind and whatnot.
I'll lift things with my mind. I do not want to see the world like Professor X sees the world. That's horrible. I mean, it's horrible.
Oh, I love the next one.
Okay. If your spouse were a character from Friends, this says the sitcom Friends, in case we didn't know. What character, or who would they be? What do you think I said for you?
Joey?
No. It was hard.
It is really hard.
My first instinct was Joey, and then I changed my mind.
Oh, no. Who is it?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, just tell me.
I picked Monica.
Oh,
for
wow.
you.
This is funny because...
You picked Monica for me? You can't do that! I just gave you the answer!
Well, I wrote Monica or Phoebe. I was going to say Phoebe because you're a Hufflepuff and because
I am a Hufflepuff.
She's very, like, open-hearted and, like, kind of witchy, you know?
That's true.
You know, but then I was like, but also you need things to be a particular way sometimes.
That's why I picked Monica for you.
We both, I guess, need things to be a
Oh my
particular
God.
way.
Yesterday we were making dinner and Jenny was like, does it say if it's flat leaf parsley? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? It's parsley.
Italian parsley and the other kind of parsley are
Monica. You know what I mean? There's
I think that's a compliment because Monica is like a world-class chef.
Okay.
So,
well,
thank you for your compliments.
I'm going to give us both a
Cuisine.
point on that because you ruined it.
Sorry.
Okay, so the next one is imitate how your spouse behaves when they get angry. And we did this in asterisks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think my asterisks say?
Silently clenches jaw and fist with steam coming out ears.
No.
Which is
It just says slams a door, comma, slams a door. I think that's accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Sometimes you just gotta slam a door and get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting hurt.
Okay, what does mine say? Let's see, asterisks. Probably slams the door. Goes into the other room. Slams the door.
That would have been good. Goes into the other room.
But I can't look at it because I'll see the other ones. Just say it out loud.
Well, I don't know if you... I want to make sure it's okay for me to say it out loud.
Yeah, you can say that out loud.
Throws bowl of oatmeal.
One time I got really mad and I threw my bowl of oatmeal.
Sometimes you gotta throw your
It was, I don't encourage this kind of behavior, but it was incredibly satisfying because of the sludge inside of it. So it like was this like really great noise that happened. Anyway. All right, maybe we should save some of these for later.
Okay, cool.
And play a little bit of music.
Music is
We
so
only-
boring.
We only have
compared to this.
Okay. We only have 15 minutes before Mal joins
I know,
us.
but look how our viewership is way up. 70 viewers.
You think it's because we're playing? Some new donations have come in.
Nice.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 3 new donations have come in the time that we've been chatting. Our total is now $11,430.
Pretty banging.
Pretty banging. If you have just joined us, I talked a lot about our restroom at the start. We are less than 24 hours away. I am pretty certain that at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow is when the campaign officially ends. We are less than $4,000, nearing to the $3,500 mark away from meeting our goal, which is awesome. And the money that a lot of you all have already donated, and hopefully some of you will continue to donate if you haven't already, and you can, is going to a couple of things. The biggest thing is launching the website, because the website is going to have a couple of features that are really awesome, where you can type in the information and it will send it to us, and we're going to build out on it so that it has resources for businesses. There's going to be a little store where businesses can buy like fancier unisex signs if they want those, and stuff like that. So it's going to be really rad. And then some of it will go to helping us reach out about the initiative and the effort, because that takes, time and woman power.
Person
power. And yeah, and there's some other things. Oh, the animated video is a thing that we would like to be able to, pay for, and other stuff like that. We're doing a lot of on the ground work with it, and so the funds are super needed, and they will allow us to inform businesses for a whole year. We think that the funds will get us to mail out postcards, pay for the postage, pay for the printing, and all of that stuff too. So I'm really excited about it. I'm not going to repeat all the reasons I'm excited about it, but I will say that the rewards are pretty badass. If you don't know this already, Jenny and Allison and so many of our friends, Mal and Vivek and Tim Barry and Ingrid Michelson and Greg Holden and Little Waste and Koji and so many awesome artists are all recording acoustic covers of songs that they've written in their bathrooms, and we're going to put together a digital compilation for that. And then Allison Weiss just finished designing the poster, which is also a reward level that I love. I'm like super psyched to have that poster in my house. It's this beautiful like vintage illustration of a restroom, and underneath the illustration it says "Our" means all of us, which is really badass. So, and there's tons of stuff there. You can check it out. But really the important thing is that we use this time to hang out together, but also to spread the word, because for every share that you do, I'm sure that you have at least dozens, if not hundreds of people that will see it. And the personal message is, I think, the most powerful message. And a lot of you watching this will impact you directly or people you know directly. So letting the people you love and know that this is personal for you, I think really inspires people to understand things in a much better way. So if you could use some of this time to do that, that would be cool. I'm gonna keep an eye on the contributions and stuff, and we can play a song. Should we play another one together, or am I using all of our duets up too quickly? This one we have to save for Mal.
Right.
It's very themed. So I guess I only have that, and we're doing that with Vivek. So I guess you have to sing, you have to do one, and I'll just sit here and look pretty.
Well, yeah, sit there and look pretty. Could you answer that question down below? Because that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sylvia, anything from Exhibit? Which one are you gonna play?
From Exhibit. Called North Star.
North Star. Who's that about?
Nobody you know.
Okay. I'll just be doing my work over here while you sing the songs about nobody that I know.
Good. The pool comes to lie and show away. You may not star and I'll follow you home. You may not star and I'll follow you home. You may not star and I'll follow you home. Follow you home. Follow you. compound, an element tomorrow. And I thought, all is one, follow you home. Follow you home, follow you home, follow you.
I love that song. It's a really good one.
Hey, thanks.
People were laughing. People enjoyed that. And Tess said that they showed their mom the tweet about the confetti to warn her against it. She laughed menacingly, and now I always have to be wary about parcels. Good luck being wary. We try to be wary, and it does not work.
So easy to forget to be
It's
wary.
so easy to forget. It's like you're like, I'll never do this again. And then the next thing you know, boom, you open a shirt. That's that. You open a shirt.
What are you doing?
I'm just
Doing
retweeting
some
some stuff.
Oh, wow.
You know, talking to Mal, seeing how things are going on the getting into the.
Oh, nice.
They figured it out. I had Jenny, go
Well,
ahead.
I've not been too on the nose, but could I go to the bathroom?
You're allowed to go to the bathroom.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
You can go to whatever restroom you'd like in our house.
We just have the one.
We just have the one.
So,
But you know what? It's for all genders.
it sure is.
We don't put any limitations on our restrooms. Isn't it so silly that we do that? It's just so silly. Also, Mal has put in a request, which you may have already seen on Twitter, that we discuss Buffy the Vampire Slayer while they're with us here today. So I want to open it up to you all as well, because I can promise you that Jenny and I have limitless amounts of questions, and possibly even a song to go along with this Buffy theme. But many of you might have questions for Mal or for us about Buffy. So if you do, now is your time to start thinking about those questions and asking them. If you're new here and you don't know how to ask questions in the Google Hangout, if you hover over the left side of your screen, there's a little Q&A button. If you click that, it should open up the Q&A tab, and then you can type in there. The chat never works for me, never ever. And if you're having issues, you can tweet at OUR Restroom. Hopefully, I will see it come up, because I have it right here. So yeah, thinking about Buffy, thinking about stuff. Hi. Wow. I have to say something too, while Jenny isn't, not because she's away, but just something that every morning when I wake up and I get like the emails of new contributions that have come in, and the people in my life both that I know personally and that I have never met, have shared the campaign and have told their personal stories. People who have made videos for their own YouTube channels about this and things like that. I'm just so constantly moved. This morning especially, I sort of, it's the last 24 hours, so things really start moving and shaking in the last 24 hours. A lot of people, I think, wait for the last day because it's fun, and like it's fun to see us crawl closer and closer to the goal. And so I woke up and I tweeted right when I woke up that we had 24 hours left, and 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 donations just like boom, 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 boom came through just from my one share. And I thought, man, I'm like so lucky to have so many of you in my orbit who not only support the work that I do, but also at this point really believe in the work that I do. It's really powerful, and it's really, I'm very honored to have that kind of belief behind me. And also, like, I would work hard anyway, but it makes me continue to work really hard because I know that a lot of you have invested in projects that I've done in the past, and you've seen them succeed. And so, like, if I put my money here, Kristin and Allison and the people who are involved in this are going to work their butts off because that's how they roll. So thank you for that. Thank you for believing in me, and thank you for supporting the work, and thank you for continuing to spread this campaign in our last 24 hours. That's all. That was my thank you monologue. How was the bathroom?
So safe.
So safe. You didn't have to worry about anything, did you?
Mm-mm.
That's how it should be everywhere. Hashtag our restroom.
Can we do one more newlywed question before it?
Yeah, do you have one in particular that you want to do?
No, just like the next one.
Yeah, let's do one more. We're back to the newlywed game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we get closer and closer to Mel joining us. Okay, let's, which one of you is smarter? Which has the highest IQ?
That's not the next question.
I know. Oh, did I ask? You want to do the next
I
one?
said the next one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't listen.
Sometimes.
What animal would your spouse choose to be? I don't know if I got this one right.
Did you say dog?
No. But it was close. I said wolf. And a
Much
dog
better.
comes from a wolf.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I learned that on that television show. What's it called?
Cosmos?
Cosmos. So do I get a point for that? I get a half point.
You get another point. You're crushing over there.
Sarah Stickle, hanging out. Hi, Sarah. Okay. What animal would I choose to be? A cat?
Ding, 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 ding. Give me a point.
You get a point. I'm not going to give myself a point because I didn't really get it. I would be a cat. I would fucking love to be a cat. Cats don't, they just walk around. They do whatever they want. They lay in the sun.
I know.
People think they're adorable. Like,
But they can be withholding and distant whenever they want.
whenever they want and still be loved, you know?
Mhm.
What a dream. If I'm distant and withholding, guess what? It's not great.
It sure is.
Let's do one more.
Yeah. Cartoon character?
Oh, yeah, this one What cartoon character would your spouse choose to be? I don't know. I had no idea,
Yeah.
but go for it. This is what you want to be.
This is what you think I want to be.
What I think you would like to be. I actually put 3 down because, like,
Oh my god.
it's not allowed, but.
The Tick.
Ooh.
Space Ghost, Coast to Coast.
I don't know anything about those cartoons. I put, my first choice was the Roadrunner. I don't know why. Because I think I was on this energetic streak.
Yeah.
You know, like you love running around and
Yeah.
being silly. Meet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait, no, maybe Lana. And then I was like, no, you just like Lana, so maybe you'd want to be Archer. So I landed. I went.
I almost started with Archer.
With Archer.
Okay, so what do you think I said you want to be?
I have no idea. I don't even I feel like I don't know cartoon characters except for Lana.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know.
Gotta give me your final answer.
Bugs Bunny. I don't want to be Bugs Bunny, for the record, but that's my answer because I don't know cartoons.
Well, I put Lana down selfishly.
Oh, why didn't you stop me when I said Lana?
Because you weren't giving me a final answer, and you were talking through it still.
I see. All right. Well, Mel, if you're able to join us now, you should start trying, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we know how to work Google Hangouts properly. Mel. Oh, Sonia got in. That's great.
Yeah.
It's great to see you too, Sonia.
Yeah. Sonia.
Sonia was having issues with the with getting into the Google. I see Mel. I see Mel.
No.
So, okay. Can everybody see Mel? I can't hear you though.
You can't hear me?
Hang on a second.
Oh, wait. Hold on. That might be our problem.
I have a headset.
Wait,
Need one.
we can't hear you.
Do you want this headset? Hold on.
No, it's not the settings there.
No, I mean, this wasn't right. Oops, this wasn't.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Ma'am? Now
Yes.
that's it.
Do you have a headpiece on?
I just put it on for you. You like it?
I love it.
Oh my
I
Wait,
love it.
It really doesn't work unless I'm wearing this?
No, I think it was our computer, but
Should we test that theory?
yeah, except I really want you to wear the headpiece.
Yeah,
the
you
whole time.
really should consider wearing it.
Where are
What
you?
problem are you having with your computer? Yeah, have you turned it on? Are you sure that is it plugged in? It is. Okay.
You just back up so I can see that sweet headpiece. There you go. That's it. Thank you.
Oh.
Um,
You got me.
Mel,
What's up? Mel Blum takeover. Our restroom Google hang. More like Google Mal hang.
that's good. That's a good one.
Let's do this.
Wow, what are you drinking?
Seltzer. No, oh,
Did it get on you?
yeah, it's okay. I am at my parents' house that they are renting. My parents sold their house and they don't have a new one, so they've been renting this rich guy's house.
What? It's so cool. That spiral staircase is really
Cool, right? This is
Yeah.
the office. This is,
beautiful.
I am
It's
at work.
breeze out there.
Oh, what? A breeze? No, it's very hot, actually.
No, trees, but also maybe.
How you doing? It's been cool. It's been a cool hangout, it looks like.
Have you been having fun?
Yes, I have.
Great.
Rosa asked if you can, can they talk to you? Can they comment to you?
Yeah, there's two ways because Google Hangouts are kind of a pain. So the first way that you can talk to us is if you hover over your screen, a little thing pops out on the left-hand side and it has a bunch of different buttons and one of them says Q&A. So yeah, so if you click on the Q&A, you can type to us in the Q&A. And if you're really over that or having difficulty, then you can just tweet at OUR Restroom, and I have it open right here so I can see that stuff too.
Can I see the Q&A, or is it I can send you things? No.
Yeah, I don't know if you can, but I can talk. Can you see this when I click on it? Mal, you look like you belong on Wall Street with that headpiece.
No, I can't see that, but I could hear you saying it.
Great, so I'll just do that for you.
Great.
And I told everybody that's here that they can either in the tweet or in the Q&A panel ask any Buffy questions that they would like.
I know that you said Buffy, but I thought that you said bossy, and that would also be fine.
Okay, Buffy or bossy questions permitted here.
Yes.
Hi,
guys.
Hi. I feel like Jenny probably is chomping at the bit to ask you some questions about Buffy. Not that I am not wanting that, but I think that Jenny maybe should take the lead on this. So go ahead, Jenny.
So where are you currently in your viewing? What season? What episode?
I'm sorry to say that I am in season 7 right now.
Oh no! It's all about to be over.
All about to be over, and worse, it almost seems like it should be because so sad, and it's the 13th apocalypse, and nothing is good, and there's no comic relief at all except for poor Andrew.
But Andrew does really bring it home, though.
I feel like there are a lot of. How far along in season 7 are you?
Xander just got his eye gone. Sorry, spoiler alert. I'm sorry. Well, I hate to say it, but this show is 2 decades old, so
Still can't spoil. No spoilers.
Oh, come on.
Really, we're spoiling? Okay, watch our viewers. There'll be 20 left.
No, that's true, and this is for the cause, so I won't spoil if it means people will leave.
At least not big things. Maybe that wasn't a very big thing.
Yeah, no one cares about Xander's eye.
No, nobody cares about Xander's
Definitely not, especially by season 7.
Oh, I see. They can only see. How can they see both of us? I'll work on that. You guys keep talking.
Can they only see me right now?
Yeah, I can, and then I can click back and forth, but there's probably a way for me to figure it out, so I'll work on that.
Mm-hmm. Cameraman Russo.
You talk to Mal.
Let's talk Buffy.
Well, I feel like there is a weird sort of plasticity, not in a flexible way, but just in things start to seem a little put together. I feel like in season 7 a little bit, but and I know a lot of people can't stand the whole Slayerettes thing.
Oh, see, I don't read the Buffy forum, so I don't know how other people feel about the things that I'm viewing. I listen to the podcasts, but I do not read the forums. So I didn't know that people didn't like them.
I have not read forums or listened to podcasts. I don't even know how I've come by this information. Probably just by having like a Buffy conversation with everyone that I meet who's ever watched Buffy.
Yeah.
The consensus seems to be like, season 7. But I feel like there's so much going, like, first of all, Andrew, so great. Principal
I go
Wood.
back and forth on Andrew.
What's that?
I go back and forth on him. Like, I like, well, how much of Andrew is a spoiler?
Look, everybody, spoiler for Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 7. Like, we need to have a conversation. It's really important for us to have a conversation.
It is really important. Okay, I like that, like, at this point, they're just like, yeah, he's gay, you know? But, like, that's the redeeming quality that I like about Andrew, his gayness, and also his, like, his vehicle for being, like, a meta observer, like, his, like, show within a show thing. But, like, other than that, he kind of just reminds me of, like, a worse Xander.
Oh.
You know, like, I'm just going to hang out and make, like, little witty quips and, like, not be that helpful. Like, Xander's way more helpful than Andrew, you know, like, because he's, like, a Scooby. But, like, Andrew, like, what is your role here, Andrew?
Comic relief. Comic relief, like you just said. You were, like, the only...
That's true. But, like, they could have kept making Anya the comic relief like they have been for, like, 2 seasons at this point.
Will you do me a favor and just, when you're talking, click on our screen while I try to figure out how to show both so that I don't have to do both of those things?
Yes.
Have you been switching between us in real time?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
I love that.
Me too. Now I'm really going
Okay,
hard.
no, don't. Please, please. Can you just be nice about it?
Okay. But what about Principal Wood?
Hot. Hot and into it, except I have a Spike thing, so I don't like him right now because of things that have occurred that I did not approve of, that I will not speak of directly. But I think it's cool. I think it's time for Sunnydale to have one principal who's not evil. Just one.
Yeah, and super hot.
Super hot, super hunky principal. Yeah.
Tell me more about your Spike thing.
Well, like, don't we all have a Spike thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Be more specific.
Like, I spent 30 minutes yesterday. Okay, I don't think that Kayla from A Camp is watching this. Hopefully not. Maybe check the chat. Is Kayla watching this? No, right?
Can't see. We can only see that there are 65 people watching. We can't.
Okay. Kayla, if you're watching this, close your ears at this point. But anyway, so I spent a half an hour yesterday photoshopping, like, shirtless pictures of Spike onto a thing for Kayla's birthday. So, like, that's how deep my Spike thing goes, I think. It's like a
Wow.
But I will say that they assassinate his character in the season, that, you know what I'm saying, and I do not approve of that. But
not only did they assassinate, they put a dart in his character, and then they totally retcon it and, like, make it something else.
Yeah, totally.
Referred to, or, like, yeah, what it leads to is referred to. But
it wasn't even, like, necessary for the plot. Like, spoiler alert, Willow spoiler coming here. Willow getting evil was necessary. Like, you know, like, that was necessary. That was, like, a big plot. But, like, the Spike thing didn't even do anything. You know, like, you could have.
Oh, sorry.
I just think you could have accomplished the same thing with him just getting fed up and leaving. Like, he didn't need to do that, you know?
Fucking, the thing is, like, he does the bad thing, and that doesn't lead him towards a path of redemption. Like, he's not like, oh, I have to look at myself, like, what the fuck? He's like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be a badass again. And then in trying to become a badass, he is
punished,
essentially redeemed. And then, like, just goes through the rest of the series saying, oh, well, I did it for you because I love you and I want to be, like, the kind of man that blah, blah, blah. No.
Yeah. No, that didn't happen. And nobody knows that except for us. Like, no one else can know that's how that went down.
Nobody in the Buffyverse is aware that he's lying his undead face off, even though he's chiseled and perfect.
Dead, high cheekboned, platinum blonde undead face.
Rosa found the chat just to let you know.
Oh, where is it?
What do you mean?
Oh, Rose, I see.
Yeah. And all I found is that I have to click back and forth, but I can just do that as we talk.
You should talk as long as you wanted, so.
There's a couple of questions. Michelle wants to know, have you gotten into the Buffyverse comics?
No, not because they start at season 8, right?
Yeah, they pick up after the end of the series.
You have hot tips?
Me, I like enjoyed reading season 8, and then like getting into season 9, I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Casually sleep with this boy who owns them. So maybe I could borrow. Although I gotta say, like borrowing like the hardcover Buffy comics, like I think that would take it to a non-casual level. You know what I mean?
Oh, casual with the boy.
Oh yeah, I was the same. I was like, whoever
Who
said
cares about
we
being
wanted to be
casual
casual with
casual
Buffy?
about Buffy?
No, like you can't borrow somebody's like hardcover Buffy comics, like if you're just like we sleep together once a month. You know what I mean?
Accurate.
You could change the rules, Mel. Change the rules. Here's another question from Weednet, appropriately enough.
Ooh.
How do you all feel about Faith?
Oh man. Okay, Faith when?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what era Faith?
I mean, I think you need to answer how you feel about Faith, period. Faith is a very complicated woman.
Okay. Are we gonna round table this? How you want to do it?
Go ahead, Mal. I feel like you have lots of feelings. You're fresh in it, so get on in there.
I could do.
Oh wait, Mel. You're not watching Angel at the same time. Like you're not watching them concurrently. The episodes of Angel that correspond with the episodes of Buffy as you go.
No, I was gonna watch Angel after, with the exception that I watched one episode of Angel where he is human for a second. Which was the coolest. Oh, but this Buffy podcast that I listened to, you have to listen to it. It's about the like screenwriting aspects of it.
Oh.
And they talk about that episode and they're like, it's good that this didn't happen on Buffy itself, because if it did, then we would have to acknowledge that in this demon's blood, there is like a cure for vampirism, and that makes being a vampire slayer kind of immoral.
Whoa.
I know. I was on the subway and I literally was like, I'm sorry. I got off. We're talking about Faith.
Sorry. I want to stop for 1 second and give everybody an update. We've had 10 new donations come in the last little bit of time, and we are at $11,714. So we're just $300 away from an even 12,000, and you know how I like even numbers. And we are like, once we get to 12, we'll only be what, $3,000 away. So we're getting there.
Pocket change.
Yeah, we're getting there little by little. So
should we take a break in Buffy? Like, are there new people coming in? You have to tell them, remind them what it's for and stuff.
No, I mean, I think most people know why they're here. But let's talk about Faith, and then we can talk about our restroom for a minute, and then we'll go back to Buffy again. Yeah.
Great, I love that.
Yeah. So Mal, what are your feelings on Faith? Stop skirting around the issue.
I am being a little evasive, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, so I will say I could do without does she have like a tribal band tattoo on her arm, or am I just imagining that?
Who didn't have a tribal band tattoo in the 90s if they were a bad girl?
The Dark Slayer.
Wait, does she have it, or does Eliza Dushku Bring It On have it when she's trying out for the cheerleading team, and they're like, no tattoos, and then she's like,
got bored.
In Trig or whatever.
It's all bleeding together. I mean, she definitely doesn't Bring It On, but I don't know. Anyway,
she might have some bad tattoos. I mean, not to judge anyone's tattoos.
I was just teasing. I'm skirting her character. Okay, so The way that I feel about Faith is I simultaneously love her in the way that I care for her as a character, and I identify with her like sort of like desire for redemption, whilst also like believing that she's like inherently bad and doesn't deserve redemption. And I think that like fuels some of the bad things that she does. That said, she does some really bad things.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Seconded.
upvote. She does some bad stuff, but I agree with that analysis. I love Faith. I really do. It took me some time, but now when I think about Faith, having seen the whole series, I am full of like a deep longing and love.
Yeah, she's a badass. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I also like really value her what she gives to Buffy, even though she's also a pain in the ass. Like, I love the fact that they have each other and that like they're the only people who could really understand what the other goes through, and they probably do it all the time.
I was like, this is getting gay. Yeah. I like her critique of Buffy because nobody else really critiques Buffy like Faith does. Like, Faith kind of makes her seem a little bit like goody two shoes, which I had never thought of Buffy that way before.
Somehow,
you know.
I did, but now it's switching.
It's auto switching, huh?
Yeah. I hope that's not bothering everybody. It's going back and forth between as we talk, because I don't know how I did it. So I don't know how I undo it.
Good job. You did it, though. Good job.
Okay, thanks. Oh, there we go. I just had to click once. I fixed it.
Jenny, what about you?
I mean, I think I'm like into everything everybody said. I mean, I certainly can get into a character that believes that she's not worthy of the redemption that she wants so bad, and like, oh, it's so
deep
sad. It's so sad.
Yeah,
it is pretty sad. And the mayor. Did you see my post about the mayor today?
Yes.
So on point. Now comparing the mayor to Donald Trump. Pretty solid.
But he like totally takes advantage of Faith's like desire for like somebody to tell her she's good and like deserving of love, you know?
Yeah. That's the saddest. I think that's the saddest like part of Faith's plotline is that relationship.
Wait, do you guys think though that like the mayor didn't genuinely care for Faith? I think he did.
He definitely ends up caring for her because he leaves that message for her after whatever. But like, I think originally he was just trying to manipulate her, you know, originally.
Yeah. Jeannie is chiming into the conversation.
Oh.
I feel like Faith needs love and support. She's so young in season 3 that she's taken in by the mayor. Mm-hmm. There's a semi-canon book, Go Ask Malice, that follows younger Faith, and it's amazing, and you should all read it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go Ask Malice.
Wait, how is it semi-canon?
Great question. What is semi-canon?
Maybe some people don't agree with it.
Like Joss Whedon is like, sometimes it's canon, sometimes it's not.
Jeannie also says Faith definitely has it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's we have a song to play for you, Mal, while you're here. But like let's talk about our restroom for a second, because you're here and you had a lovely chat with Upworthy when they did the article for us yesterday that I thought was really rad, and so I thought you might want to like talk for a second about our restroom in your own words and say things. But I'm really putting you on the spot because I didn't tell you to prepare anything.
Yeah, it's fine. It's really, you shouldn't tell me things in advance most of the time because like I'll just worry on them, you know. Yeah, Tom. It's funny. I like wrote out this whole like little anecdote to send to him, and like this like long ass thing about what happened at the diner the other day, and then I was like, wait, let me ask him what he needs, and I was like, you know, like how long of a quote do you need? And he's like, well, the whole piece is 500 words. So, and I was like, well, never mind. But
Wait,
so
your story.
Okay, so I mean, it's a totally non-notable story, but I was just like, oh, maybe this will be like a first-person narrative to like explain to people what happens with this. Which also, by the way, I am not like, I think like bathrooms make a lot of us anxious for like different reasons, and statistically, still like I am like not likely as like my trans feminine friends to like be in physical danger because of bathrooms, and it's still anxiety producing. So like I just like really can't imagine how some of my friends feel, and like I feel like it's super important to like sort of pass the mic to them in that regard in a lot of ways. So that's my disclaimer in telling this story. But I went to a diner because I was like, whatever. Actually, I had met up. Oh my God, we're just getting real into it. And by we, I mean me, because I'm just talking.
Yeah, talk. Share your story.
Okay, so I met up with my ex-girlfriend in the park, not a dramatic ex-girlfriend, like a one that I'm friends with. And she was having some like, she comes from a super religious Christian family and had gone to a family wedding and was having some like sad gay feels. And then I was having some sad gender feels. And then I was like, whoa, that was a lot. I'm going to take myself for some mal time at this diner, get myself a Sammy and a pickle, you know?
Yeah.
So I go to the diner, I get my Sammy, get my pickle. And then everyone's really nice, no problems. But the server is like, Sir misses me. You know what I mean? Does that ever happen to anyone? You know what I mean? Or have you ever seen that happen? Like they're like here you go, sir, miss, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The Sir miss.
The service.
The Sir miss.
Sir.
Which is, I was like, okay, thanks. And then I was like, oh no, I drank too many Cokes. I gotta pee before I get on the subway. So then I was like, oh man. So I have to walk past, it's like a tiny little place. So like the bar is here and the cashier is here and the bathrooms are like right across from them. So I like walk past it and I'm like, look at the bathrooms, and they're one person bathrooms because it's such a small place, but they're gendered, which makes no sense, as you know. So I'm like looking at them, and like the bartender and the cashier are like right behind my back. So like when I'm facing them, they're 2 feet behind me. Like, and so, you know, like they're looking at me make that decision, which, you know, whatever. But like is a really kind of funny physical manifestation of how I think a lot of people feel when they're making these decisions every day. And so like it was fine. I just like chose a bathroom, peed, and like left. But like the like that like 4 minutes of bathroom anxiety or whatever, like totally just like didn't need to happen at all. Like it wasn't traumatic in this instance, it was just like anxiety producing, but like it didn't need to happen, you know, like there was no reason for those bathrooms to be gendered. So
Right.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I think too, like, I feel like this is obviously about bathrooms, like OUR Restroom centers on single stall restrooms, but it seems like one of the easiest ways to start to dig into a conversation that's so much bigger for people, because like the fact that so many businesses see 2 rooms and go, I know what to call those. It's about the bathroom, but it's also about how we all view gender, how the majority of like this country and really this world views gender, of like, oh, if I have 2, obviously there are 2. So I will put those things on these doors. And so in having the conversation where you're saying, actually, you should take those off, it's like a gender theory conversation.
Right.
Really in this very practical thing that you can like tangibly explain, which I think makes it so much more accessible to people than just being like, well, there's not just 2 genders. It's like, okay, let's talk about it in the framework of you have 2 bathrooms and we need to fix that.
Right. Totally. Yeah. And it's like, the thing is like the reason that it can be uncomfortable, like it might not, like when we think about bathrooms, especially right now with like all this legislation that's like aimed at trans women, you think about like these like bigots and like people who are like weaponizing this thing. But the thing about it is that like they're not like, the people who are doing this legislation are obviously bigots, but like people in everyday life who might make you uncomfortable aren't necessarily like the bartender, the cashier, the server were all super nice and like totally didn't want to, you know, whatever, but like they just have no concept of it. And so, you know, that unknowing of like, oh, does this person have the same questions about my gender that this server did, or do they not? And me going in this restroom, is that going to like, you know, change their something? And is this person an actual bigot, or is it just an uninformed person? Like all these questions that like come up that could totally be avoided, I think. Oh, hey.
Hey, Vivek's here. Hi, Vivek.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're not interrupting at all. We're talking about bathrooms and gender, and we're actually rounding the bend to play Mal a really special song that's themed around what we talked about. I don't know if you have seen some of the stream ups now, but we've been talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So
wait, did you write a Buffy song? Because I've been writing Buffy songs.
Well, I don't know. How do you explain the song that we're about to do?
It's just a gift from Al.
It's just a gift from Al. That's the description. Okay, so
did you not prepare a gift for Vivek?
Vivek is going to join us as we cover a Jewel song. So, yeah. Don't think that that your tweets will go unnoticed, Vivek. You're on the spot now.
Right.
Okay, so let me see. So does the song have a title? Does it have a name?
I mean, I think it probably has a proper name. I don't know what that proper name is.
All right. Now, by the time we're done playing the song, you will have given it a name. It's going to be great.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm ready. Oh,
you got this.
let me just.
There we go.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay.
How do I know what's coming? No idea.
Yes!
Whoa, shit.
Again with that.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Well done, well done. Okay, I have named it.
Okay, you have named it. Great. What is it named? What is its name?
Its name is the original theme from Buffy the Vampire Slayer by Nerf Herder.
Well done.
I don't actually know.
Well done, Mel. Well done. Well,
you.
Mel, thanks for joining us. You're welcome to stay and hang. I don't know what your deal is, but we're here, so
Yeah.
You can go. You can do whatever you wish.
I don't want to step on Vivek's time. I want, Vivek to, I want you to have all the things and all the attention that I got when I was discussing Buffy, which I felt like I had your full attention. And I want Vivek to have your full attention so you can discuss Buffy together too.
Right.
But I'll watch. I'll be watching.
Great. Awesome. Well, Mel, we love you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Love you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Then let's heart back.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
How's
I
it
think we're alone now.
What are you doing? How's your morning been? How's your day been?
I've been practicing. Took your coat off. Okay, but can we talk about the Jewel song that was like, Faggot, Faggot, do you hate him? Cause he's pieces of you. Do you remember this song?
We remember it.
We have like a once a month.
Sing along.
Yeah.
Are we covering that song? Was that the song that we were going to cover?
We were thinking
Faggot.
about a different song, the music video for which takes place entirely in a bathroom.
That one?
Wait, what was that one? Can you do that one again?
Oh,
Yeah. No.
not that one.
No?
Uh,
Who will say
Yeah, because have you ever seen the pop-up video? There's a pop-up video for that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Have you ever seen the pop-up video for that song?
Probably. And it
It's-
probably talked about how she lived in her truck or whatever, right?
yeah.
That was such a
Definitely.
big part of her story.
I'm so glad that we're all of the same like generational moment.
Totally. Yeah, because we all understood this. Okay, but wait. Have you seen her video where she sings with Jessica Simpson? And they try to,
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That's the song. This is the song that we're doing.
where they outdo each other?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
she like gets out jeweled by
Yeah.
Jessica Simpson?
Like, she really does. If you are watching this right now and you have not seen Jessica Simpson and Jewel do a cover of Who Will Save Your Soul, please type it into your
browser
for later, because after we're done with this live stream, it should be the first thing that you watch. It
It's
is.
gonna change your life. It's like honestly life changing.
It'll melt your brain.
Yeah, truly it will melt the brain.
It's unbelievable.
I want to say for the people who are watching right now, many of you know Vivek, of course, because Vivek, you're the best. But if you don't know, if you don't know Vivek, you haven't been paying enough attention, really, is what I have to say.
Accurate.
But she is a writer and a musician, and can I say, I mean, the activist is like a word.
Sure, why not?
You know, an advocate, maybe I should say.
The advocate.
Yeah, actually, yes. Vivek runs the advocate. You wouldn't know it. Anyway. Yeah, so, and a couple of years ago, Vivek came on our book tour with us when Danielle and I went out for This is a Book for Parents of Gay Kids. Vivek came out and did readings at that time from God Loves Hair, which is a fucking brilliant book. Like, I know you have so many more brilliant books at this point, but God Loves Hair is really special. It's a collection of short stories and talks about your exploration of like sexuality and gender identity when you were just a tiny.
When I was a tiny.
Huh.
Before I knew of Jewel.
Before Jewel clarified to you the path forward, right?
Exactly.
So what has been up with you lately? Well, you're doing so many things. Do you want to tell us about some of them?
I had a nap today. It was Pride season here a couple of weeks ago, which I had the honor of being the Grand Marshal, which was very surreal and strange. And then there was a lot of sort of controversy, I guess, around our Pride because Black Lives Matter staged like this amazing protest in the middle of the parade. But since then, there was like a kind of like really awful backlash, largely from white gay people. I highly recommend people, like, I don't know how much people in the US have been following the story, but I think it's really important and interesting, especially in terms of thinking about racism within queer communities. I think for me, that was like the big thing that it sort of impressed upon me, especially like anti-blackness in queer communities, like watching the video of the footage, because I was done by then, so I didn't actually get to experience it live. It was very strange to look at footage of the parade after and be like, I was just in that parade. And anyways, but one of the things that I thought while watching like videos about it was just how heartbreaking it was to watch like white gay people boo black people like at Pride and throw things at black people. And anyways, I'm going on a rant now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop there.
No, but I think that it's important to talk about because I don't know that many people know. Like I know about it, but I think that's because I follow you and like saw things, and also like I'm so steeped in like that conversation that I don't know. Like I know some people know about it, but I don't know that everybody knows about it. And it is such a like it is such I don't know, an intersection of it makes me crazy when, and this is like across so many identities, when people who have experienced what it feels like to some regard, what it feels like to be a person and have somebody assume something about you or to treat you in a particular way because of a piece of your identity. That like, if you've experienced that, it's very hard for me to get to the next place where then you are actively doing that to another person.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Honestly, like I said this to a friend, but it reminded me of the first, like it brought back memories of going to the gay bar for the first time when I was a kid. It was called the Roost in Edmonton. And, as you know, I experienced a lot of homophobia and genderphobia. And so when I went to the Roost for the first time, I thought, okay, this is going to be like a kind of beautiful moment where, we're all going to be brothers and sisters and we're going to all hold hands. And one of the first things I heard when I was in the gay bar was like, fucking drag queens. I wish they'd just get their own gay bar or they'd get their own bar. And I was like, excuse me? Like, do you understand that you wouldn't have a gay bar without drag queens? Like, it was just so heartbreaking. And I feel like that's the same sort of like learning. I feel like I've had to learn over and over again, whether it comes to racism or biphobia or transphobia, as the ways that like our community, despite being marginalized, is really intent on marginalizing other communities. So I'm laughing about it, but yeah, it's been a really unfortunate and frustrating time. And I think also in the US, like, the conversations about race end up being hyper visible for all kinds of complicated ways. And I think Canada, like often in the US, I'll see people be like, I'm going to move to Canada if that happens, or I'm moving to Canada now. And it's like, I think there is this idea around Canada being very polite and positive and respectful. And I think this protest really revealed the truth, which is that we're not better, like we're not, like obviously people in Canada don't have access to guns, but like our racism is definitely there, and you just scratch a little bit at the surface and whoops, you have white gay people getting upset that someone stopped a parade for 20 minutes,
Right. I think that, yeah, but I think that like similar mindset applies to like urban versus like suburban or rural areas, right? Like people are always like, oh, well, you live in, when we lived in New York, well, you live in New York City. So like it's so different there. Like, sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, they're not as bad there. And it's like, no, they just take a different form. You're in a different context. It's still just as present. It's just that it manifests in different ways. Well, so you were the Grand Marshal of Pride, and you've been like doing all sorts of stuff with your music and also like art projects. I feel like every time I open my Instagram, I'm like, damn, like there's another thing that you're doing.
So quick recap is like I put out a book of poetry in Canada called Even This Page is White. It comes out in North America this fall. I mean, in the US this fall. And I also have a children's picture book, which you got the rough copy.
So beautiful.
And it's called The Boy in the Bindi. And it's like, and again, it sort of explores gender, but like at a lot early age and culture. And that's coming out in the fall as well, which is exciting. And I also did a photo project where I re-shot photos, like vintage photos of my mom, called Trisha. And yeah, so those are some of the projects I've been working on. Oh, and my brother and I are in a band, we're called Too Attached, and we are opening for Tegan and Sarah this fall on their Canadian Like tour, which is like exciting.
Just that.
No big deal.
It's whatever. Just as an afterthought.
That thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if you all that are watching this haven't seen the photo project that Vivek is talking about, Trisha,
It's so beautiful.
I think I can put a link at the bottom of the video once we're done, and I can do that here. Or you can probably just Google Vivek Trisha and find it because it's gotten a lot of coverage, but it's so gorgeous. Before we move on to covering Jewel together, where did that idea come from? Where did you?
Oh yeah. Well, I've always been really like drawn to photos of my mom, especially like young photos. I think maybe you guys feel the same way, but it's like the older I get, the more fascinated I become with my parents and also the life they had before me. Like, who were they as humans? Like, I think that's also connected to like seeing your parents as human beings, which you can't see as kids. Like, I think the older you get, you're like, oh shit, they're humans and they have flaws and they're not perfect. And so I've always sort of been drawn to these photos of my mom, but like, I guess while transitioning, I've really like noticed the ways that I bear a particular semblance to my mom. And the idea was sort of to, I think, explore that resemblance a little bit more. And yeah, we went from there.
We Net, who's in this chat with us, asked a question in the Q&A. Are you excited for your tour with Tegan and Sarah?
I'm very excited about it. It's pretty surreal, honestly. You know, the venues that they're playing in Canada are pretty massive. You know, in Toronto, there's one venue that they're playing called Massey Hall, and it's pretty iconic. It's like where like legends play, like, you know, like Neil Young would play there, or like if Annie Lennox came to Toronto, she would play, you know, Massey Hall. So as like two brown kids, like, it's pretty surreal. Like, it's not something you see a lot. And then like someone like even just thinking of like brown trans people on like the Massey Hall stage, I'm just like, shit, you know. So yeah, it's really, really exciting. And it's also exciting to just like, I'm so proud of them. Like, I love them so much, and I'm kind of just excited that I get to hang out for 8 free shows, you know, and do their thing with this record. And you know, for me, it's like a new project with my brother. Like, we just started our band Too Attached last year, and we have a very, very complicated relationship. So, you know, I'm excited to see us not fight for 8 days.
The tour will be a sacred space, no fighting.
Exactly.
Nice. All right. Well, would you like to cover some Jewel before we talk about some more Bathroom?
Sure. Should I pull up the like? Are we doing the whole song?
We're doing the whole song. Yeah. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna play Glockenspiel. Jenny's gonna sing, and you can sing with Jenny.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Pulling up the lyrics.
How do I see the camera? I guess I'll click back and forth since my Glockenspiel is only for the choruses.
Yes.
Okay. Where's my? There you go.
Better than
Okay. So we're doing this.
I guess I don't have to sing like that. Right? Like,
You absolutely do have to sing like that. But
Can you just remind me, because I've done so many Glockenspiel songs now, just how the chorus goes, where there?
Oh, sorry. You're
No, I'm one off. So
Yeah, I didn't know but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Great.
Oh, I have a lyric.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna do my best camera working job.
If you just make this window a little smaller and scoot
Actually,
it over.
maybe I'll let it go back and forth. I think it will now. Vivek, say something.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Vivek Shreya.
Darn it. No, I think it works now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, pull the lyrics up for Jenny. Oh, it's there.
Pull the lyrics up for Jenny.
Oh my gosh.
Where are they, dear? Whoa.
They're in the folder called Lyrics for Jenny. On
Listen.
the desktop, it was happy, oh, it made me miss you. Oh, so bad, cause it's the wrong song. It's the wrong song.
All right. This is gonna happen. It's all happening right now.
I'm gonna need you also to periodically scroll.
Oh boy.
Just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best.
Hopefully there's like zero
On
lag.
so many levels.
The sing-along aspect of this will work.
Oh, we'll find out. Okay.
Just gotta really get in the zone.
Wait, actually, hold on a second.
Oh my god, I can't believe what's happening. This is what happens when I complain on the internet.
Yeah. That's what you
A
get.
Jewel cover and I'm not part of it.
And we're
This-
like, ta-da, yeah.
We can talk about fun stuff. I'm like, who wants to talk about fun stuff when we could cover Jewel? I didn't know that was even a fucking option.
All right. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Do I do it in the beginning?
Yeah, you can do it now.
Now.
Great. Even in the last for you on TV.
TV, they said, and you, behind this corner.
And then the doctor's
Nothing.
Yeah, 11.
But when you're who will stay?
Save your soul when it comes to the flowers now. I'll save your soul.
Yeah, we're on. So
All the lies that you told, boy.
kind of nice though.
Stay.
Your soul, if you won't save your own. Da, 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 da.
Try to hustle, try to bust, try to the cops want some bust out. Orleans Avenue,
New.
another day,
Another down, another one.
tower.
Well, homeless had their homes.
So we pray with many different gods and our power. We are religion, our friend. So what about saving our souls if we forget to
Begin by
I can't do both, I'm sorry.
save your soul when it comes to the flowers now.
We'll save your souls.
After those lies you told, boy.
We'll save your souls.
If you want to.
Oh, could you scroll a little bit more so we can get to the next verse?
Some are walking, some are talking, some are stalking and kill.
Yeah, where are you? I think we're down here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay, coming back. Verse 3. Here we go. So walk.
Walking, some talk and some stuff. Social security, but it doesn't pay your bills.
She's a thief in there.
Yeah, must have paid, so we bargain with the devil. So
Okay, but today, love and take them money and run.
everyone say it's was swell, sweetheart.
And it's just one of those things.
You're welcome.
So get out on the street, girls, and bus.
Come on, where's your commitment to no, do it again and do it right.
It's you went off on a whole strings and flings Jessica Simpson thing.
Yeah.
And I just like I was making space for you.
No, I don't want to be made space for her. Nail that line.
Get on the girls and bust your butts.
Will save your soul when it comes to the flowers now. I will save your soul after those lies that you told, boy.
Who will save your soul
If you want to. Wow, we did it.
was such a thing.
That was a real
It is.
thing.
There were so many lyrics in there. There's a lot of words.
Yeah, for This is a reminder to anybody who didn't hear us. You now must go watch the Jessica Simpson Jewel cover of that song. Great talk.
We recently sang through the entire Pieces of You album.
Whoa.
From start to finish, we did.
And there are so many words on that record. So many words. Every song has just so many words.
I can't believe there's more than 3 songs on that album. Okay, Foolish Games.
You would be surprised, Vivek.
Pieces of You, You Were Meant for Me.
Mm-hmm.
Who will sing your song?
We'll sing yourself. Foolish Games.
Foolish Games.
Yeah, I know.
She says faggot.
That's Pieces of You.
That's Pieces of You.
Oh, sorry. Daddy.
Oh, shit, Daddy.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Adrian.
Oh yeah, Adrian. You once you put the album on, Vivek, you will be like, oh yeah, and then you
all
will
these songs I forgot for
probably
a good reason.
know all the words to them if you're anything like us.
It might be in your blood.
Yeah, so that was really fun. It was especially fun because we were on delay. So
there's like the tiniest.
You were like
delay.
doing this beautiful echo too much, which was really.
But it's like when on the phone with somebody.
Yeah.
And you hear what you just said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's great.
So I want to talk to you about our restroom while you're here and while we're doing an our restroom hang. If you're still and you're still watching, we are. I don't know. I think we've got like 20, not even 20, maybe 18 hours left of the campaign. We are. Let's do. Oh, I'm trying to use my mouse for this computer. Let's see where we're at with our fundraising. We're at 11,744, getting ever closer to the $12,000 mark. And Vivek, you are going to be on the compilation.
Yeah, and I donated. Yay!
You're the best. Oh, that's right. Was that yesterday? Because I had a moment, or was that this morning, where Jenny and I both got like teary-eyed because you donated, and it was really sweet.
No, I really believe in what you're doing. I think it's such an important. Fuck, I think it's. Oh, I swear so much. Is that okay?
You can swear all you want, but I feel like you covered your microphone.
Okay, good. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just really believe in what you're doing, and I think it's such an important initiative. And yeah, can you explain to me, like with Indiegogo, do you get to keep the money if you don't make it? Yeah,
that's actually a great question. So you can do either way with Indiegogo. Kickstarter, if you do Kickstarter, it's you make it or you lose it. That's it. On Indiegogo, they let you choose to do flexible funding, which is what we chose to do with this campaign, or to do like the Kickstarter version, which I don't know what they call it, but that's
Why
like.
would anyone do that?
Well, it brings like, I do think that when people know that if you don't make it, you're going to lose all of it, it does incentivize people to give a little bit more because they're like, oh man, like, they've made it to 12 and they'll lose all of that if they don't make it to 15. So it is good for that reason. But we had already started doing some of the work beforehand. So like, I knew that there were people that I had to pay regardless of whether or not we met the full goal. So it was important that that I did the flexible and that we, we're going to be able to use the funds that come in. It's not like a project where, if we don't have the full amount, we will be able to do nothing. It's just, that, if we hit the goal, we can do all of the things that we want to do. And if we get close to the goal, then we'll be able to do some of them and not all of them. And the more funds we raise, the more materials we'll have to send out to businesses and stuff like that too. But yeah, we'll be able to keep the big thing that happens if we don't meet our goal is that Indiegogo takes a higher percentage. So if we meet our goal, they'll take a lower percentage. So we'll get like what we met plus they'll take less. So that's a good thing.
Well, I think you meet your goal, 24 hours, right?
24 hours, yeah, less than 24 hours. It ends 12 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, I think, if I understand the way it works. It'll be noon tomorrow, your time, and 9 a.m. our time that it ends. People wait till the last day and stuff all the time, and so we've seen a lot come in the last 24 hours too. So hopefully we'll make it.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, and we talked to Mal a little bit about their experience with like restrooms and stuff, and I think like that's the other piece of this is when I talk to people about it. I think like the building code people that I was talking to and stuff like that, they're very, they're hearing it as like an abstract thing that I'm talking about, right? They're not like able to say like, I am a person or I know a person who is dealing with this. They're either they don't or they're not aware that they do. And so, you know, I think that having personal stories and stuff attached to this, and the fact that this is affecting real people in real time, and not just trans and non-binary folks, but like caregivers for disabled people and parents who are, you know, taking their children into restrooms, and there's like so many different angles that, and it's just like come on, you know, that's the whole point. The whole thing about this is like, how are we not doing it already? It's ridiculous. It's so silly.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, like when I see like a gender neutral washroom sign or like a unisex washroom sign, like I feel like a wave of relief, you know, like obviously I think that like people should be able to use washrooms of the gender that they identify with, no matter what. But yeah, like there are definitely times, I mean, a lot of the time, when I want to use the washroom, I would prefer to just like have like a single stall. And yeah, when I see that sign, I'm just like, oh, like I just did a gig at an art gallery, and they had you know, a unisex, I was gonna say unisex sign, and yeah, I just like immediately felt like I could relax, you know, like yeah. So anyways, I really believe in what you were doing, and I'm grateful for the work that you're doing, and I'm hoping that when I'm back at the college I work at, that we can somehow co-opt what you're doing.
Yeah, that's somebody actually who's in the chat with us, or who was in the chat with us, said something similarly about universities. I think that like what the campaign already feels like to me is where I thought like, I know what I'll do. I'll just tell businesses to do this thing, and then like turn the page, and on the second page it was like, oh, actually there's all this building code, and like, oh, the third page there's laws that can be passed. Maybe we can help with that, and like, oh, universities, they need help too. So it really feels like we opened a door to something that's much bigger and that could have even more of an impact than just getting individual businesses to change their signs for that reason. You know, the bathroom conversation too is so tricky. Like once you take it outside of single stall restrooms, it gets really complicated. And you know, I want to engage in that as well. But this is like a great place to start because it's so simple.
Totally, 100%.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk to us about before you go back to your Canadian afternoon?
No, I mean, yeah, just like, yeah, just I'm excited. I've been watching. I've been keeping a tab on how it's going. So yeah, please, people who are out there, it would be great to see this project get fully funded.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for being such a big part of my life too. I feel like you and I have had so many really great conversations around gender and spaces, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have gotten here without you. So yeah, so
I love you. I feel the same way.
Together. I love you.
Oh my God. Well, have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you offline. And if all of you who are watching do not know Vivek's work, you need to check her out. Go vivekshreya.com, right? vivekshreya.com, vivekshreya.com. You can see all the and art projects and all that stuff is on your website. And I cannot speak highly enough of everything I read of yours, although I have 2 books to read still of yours, and I'm really excited to do that. So.
Best with everything. Nice to see both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck. Bye.
Bye. Well, here we are. It's just you and me and all of them.
Vivek is so cool.
Vivek is.
One time she complimented my pancakes, so I don't mean to like.
Jenny talks about that all the time.
But
okay, so we have a half an hour left. I have to pee so bad, which is relevant to this conversation. Are you cool to talk to them and hang out with them for a minute while I pee?
See if there's any questions that I can answer.
Great.
There's a whole thing. Okay. Hi. Okay, great. Let's see. Felicia Wheat asks, I think you were asking Mal when Mal was with us with Buffy podcast. Mal listens to Dusted, to the best of my knowledge. Yeah. So that's what I can tell you on behalf of Mal. I hope I'm not misrepresenting their podcast habits as they relate to Buffy. Crushing it. Let's see. Let's see. A while ago, Rosie Peters was like, just join, what do I miss? I'll tell you, we played a couple songs. Kristin played the glockenspiel, I played guitar and sang. And we both sang, really. And then we played like 8 questions worth of the Newlywed Game. Kristin's currently beating me. She has the high score. Then Mal came by and talked about bathroom stuff, and we got into a really intense Buffy discussion. Then Vivek came by and talked about her many amazing books and projects. And now here we are. I think that brings us up to the present. But before that, there was probably like a Big Bang, which led to particles being distributed, and then those particles sort of like coming together in gaseous and non-gaseous forms. And
What are you talking about?
well, I was just bringing everyone up to speed. So I told them what happened so far on the webcast, but then I went back to the Big Bang,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got back. So I'll go back to my chair now. Oh wait, I'm in my chair. I'll move my chair back to my zish.
Yeah, but keep chatting. I'm gonna share. There's been some incredible documentation of.
Oh dear.
It looks like what even? Oh, I see. It's just, yeah, people are doing a great job of helping me spread the word about both this live stream and the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just like retweet some of them.
Important question.
Yes, please keep.
Has Kristin ever sang 8675309/Jenny to Jenny? I don't, not to the best of my recollection, but I have composed on the spot and performed for Kristin many songs, narrating whatever she's up to at a given moment. Like right now, I would be like, Kristin's on the internet, social media on her phone. Kristin's on the internet.
That's nice.
She has left me all alone to entertain you. We can have fun without her.
Wow.
Right? Thank you. Glad you like that. So, you all, hi. I'm not usually, as this dynamic goes, I'm not usually the talker.
You can play them a song. Don't you think they like that?
Music is like so down.
I say again. I would like to hear a song. Why don't you play them another song that you wrote about me? Gross. It's my favorite new game.
It's not my favorite game.
Alma, I don't know if you're here. I saw Felicia in here before, but thank you for all of the tweeting that you're doing. To all of you who are watching, who are still with us, an amazing way to help out in these last 24 hours, or I think we're down to 20 or 18, or I don't even know, is to either do personal outreach to people in your community who might share this or who might donate, to tweet at people who might retweet you. We've seen some success with that, you know. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I just was scanning my memory for, I was like, maybe I could try to think of a song that has something to do with the bathroom, and then the only song I could think of was that one acapella song that's a hidden track at the end of Jagged Little Pill where Alanis Morissette is singing about crying in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. But anyway, so if you could take any time today to do that, which some of you I see from my mentions are doing, you know, I don't know, tell Neil Gaiman, tell Amanda Palmer, tell Laverne Cox, tell all these people, anybody who comes to your mind, somebody who you know is like a champion for this kind of thing, for making safer spaces, and let them know that the campaign has a day left and that we could use their social shares and their support. That would be rad. And then, yeah, I don't know. When we're done with this, I'm going to be emailing all the people I know and doing some Twitter work as well to just get that last push for today. And I know a lot of you are already doing that, so I thank you. Also, let people know that really $1 does make a difference. I was sharing on Everyone is Gay today and was like, man, if every single Tumblr follower that I had donated $1, we would have like another $150,000, you know, which would, forget it. Then we're like revolutionizing bathrooms. But I mean, could you imagine what we could do with that? Forget it. It would become my full-time job. It would be awesome. So with that said, you know, if you're in here or if somebody that you know is like, oh, I don't really have that much money, let them know. $1 counts. And if we all had that mentality, I think a lot more causes would get off the ground. So, all right, what you gonna sing?
I'm gonna play this other X-Files related song. Because why not?
Do you need me again?
No, I'm chill.
Okay.
This is a song. Wait, I need my. Could you hand me my combo? Yeah. This is a song that was partially inspired by the episode of the X-Files entitled "Field Where I Die," and that's the episode in which, of course, you learn through hypnotherapy that Scully and Mulder have known each other over the span of multiple lives. It's very moving and beautiful. And so this is a song about the possibility of multiple relationships having different meanings over the course of multiple lifespans. Goodbye. City living's mighty close. I wanna know what I can. See me from across the street. Chances are we'll never meet. Oh, but I fall good and I fall hard. I can't tell between what I need, what I want. Doing by the sunshine, I see straight to the heart of it. We slide right by, then go back to the start of it. Maybe we'll get even closer the next time. Yeah. One day you might grab a seat on the empty bar stool next to me. Or you drop your... Sorry, there was a squirrel. I got distracted. Or you drop your books and I'll pick them up. When I hand them back off in the touch. But I fall good and I fall hard. Can't tell between what I need, what I want. Doing my sunshine, I see it straight to the heart of it. Please slide right by, then go back to the start of it. Maybe we'll get even closer the next time around. Maybe we'll get even closer the next time around. Yeah. As I lay me down to sleep, pray that I might dream so big. All the things that might have been, right now might be happening. Oh, I fall, can't tell between what I need. That's very distracting. Can't tell between what I need and what I want. Doing my sunshine, I see it straight to the heart of it. We slide right back, then go back to the start of it. Maybe we'll get even closer the next time around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll get even closer the next time around. Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful song.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you for playing it.
My pleasure.
Tess, thank you. Just tweeted it out to your university's LGBT Twitter account, which you have the power over. Isn't that nice? Good using that power. See if anybody else is asks any questions in here. Okay, no, everybody's just saying hi and chatting.
Newlyweds.
You want to play the Newlywed Game again? I'm having so much fun with music, but okay. I just want to go get a book real quick.
I guess we like different things.
We did. I just want to tell them about a book.
Kristin wants to tell you guys about a book. I'd like to tell you about a book called A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I don't know if you're into that kind of like gentle D&D shit, but I would highly recommend if you have any taste for sort of like English history in the medieval zone or like vaguely magical stuff. Where's your book?
I can't find it. It's not on my gay bookshelf.
Which book is it?
It's called Gender Failure. It's by Ray Spoon and Ivan Coyote. And I was just thinking about it because a long time ago when I was using the YouTube studios in New York City, they had single stall restrooms that were not gendered the first time I used the studio. And then I went back a second time and they had put up some, like, there were like, you know, the kinds of bathrooms that you walk into and there's like a shared sink area and then there's lots of individual stalls, but they're like, they have a full door that goes floor to ceiling. They had labeled half of them men and half of them women. And I was like, what the hell? And I talked to them about it and I tried to get them to change it. Guess what? I mean, I guess they have to change it now. Although I don't.
They're in New York City.
Because they're in New York City, so they have till January. If those are considered single stall restrooms, they probably are. Anyway, I had this idea that I never brought to actualization, where I wanted to have a bunch of people read this piece from Gender Failure in the YouTube bathrooms. And I can't remember the title of the piece, but the book is called Gender Failure, and it's a very, if you have the book, if you get the book, you will know what essay I'm talking about, because the title of it is like bathroom something. But it's this really poignant and beautiful essay on bathroom spaces and gender that is very appropriate for this conversation. But I can't find the book. I do this all the time. I get books that I love and then I give them away. And then I don't have them anymore.
I was supposed to read that book.
You were supposed to read that. Maybe it's in your stack somewhere, but it's no big thing. I mean, I'm not going to read the whole essay here. But it is really brilliant, especially if you're super invested in these issues. It's really powerful. And I think it's a great tool to share with other people too. I haven't read it in a minute, but I feel like it's something that you could give to somebody who's like, I don't get it. Why does it matter? I'm sure you all have lots of answers for that, but this is a nice, concise, and beautifully written answer. So, all that said, Jenny wants to play some more Newlywed Game. So let's play a couple more rounds of the Newlywed Game.
The most fun.
Where's mine? Okay. All right, here we go. So far, Jenny has 2 points and Kristin has 3. I'm winning. Okay, so which one of you controls the television remote? What did I say?
I think you said you.
No.
Well, this is a complicated question.
I don't control the remote because I don't like to use it.
Right.
It's not a metaphorical question like who controls what we watch. Because if it were, then it would be probably me. But it's a.
I think it's intended as a who decides what we watch.
Well, I mean, take it whichever way you want.
Okay, what do you think I said?
I think you said me.
What I actually said was, I control the remote physically, but our viewing selections are determined.
Monica.
But our viewing selections are determined by a democratic process.
Good Lord. All right, nobody gets a point for that round.
Nobody deserves a point.
Okay, which of you is smarter and which of you has the highest IQ? It's a two-parter because apparently this quiz understands that smarts are not all on the IQ. What do you think I said, Jennifer?
I think that you might have said that I'm smarter and have a higher IQ because you know how it makes me feel good to have people think I'm smart.
So to recap Jenny's answer, she thinks I said her as a lie to make her feel good. That'd be a really complicated way to play this game. I said Jenny and Jenny because I do think that Jenny is smarter. I think that you have a higher IQ, like measurable smarts. I definitely think you're smarter than me. And then the other question is kind of complicated because like, who's smarter at what? Like, yeah, you know, I think we both have different strengths and weaknesses, but like, you're more well-read than I am. You have a higher vocabulary. She's better at grammar. But that said, if you throw a bundle of cords in front of me and like a television and another appliance, I can like wire them together much better than Jenny can.
Yeah, the old toaster
TV combo. Yeah, exactly.
What do you think I said?
I think you said me because I think you don't believe in your smarts.
I actually said I think we are evenly matched and we have different strengths.
How's anybody supposed to? Okay, well, I get
this
the
is
point.
why I like to play the Newlyweds game.
But I get the point if you get mine, right? Like,
what?
I don't know. I just gave I'm giving us both a point because I'm confused. Which of you spends more time on the computer doing what? What did I say?
I hope you said you.
Doing what?
Saving the world.
I said work, but same difference. I think that you said me, saving the world. Right. Even score.
So we're in agreement.
Yeah, I'm actually one ahead.
Oh my God. Who takes longer to get dressed, you or your spouse?
Yeah, what did I say?
I certainly hope you said you.
I sure did not.
What?
I sure did not.
That is bananas.
I said you because you take so long to get dressed. I mean, on an everyday level, maybe you're like, here's a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, but whenever it counts, you take forever. You take forever, and you know it.
Well, I feel like it counts way less than it doesn't count. So, like, on a purely, like, we're looking at a sample of 30 days, who cumulatively takes longer to get dressed than those 30 days, you're coming up on top.
I don't think so. Lately, I've just been throwing on my clothes and going. Remember how long it took you to get dressed for weddings?
That wasn't getting dressed. That was selecting an androgynous outfit that was acceptable, finding the appropriate pieces, sourcing them from various stores. It's not like you can just
right,
go
and you're
to
very particular. How long did it take you to pick out a watch to put on your wrist?
Anyway, we're talking about two different things.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you put clothes on and then you're like, if I don't say something immediately, you're like, oh, so you hate my outfit? You think I look like garbage? And then you'll throw those clothes everywhere and then put on like 3 more outfits. And then almost all of the time you end up back in the first thing that you put on, but it's a long process. You're a very special lady, you know that?
Thank you very much. So you said me.
Who usually gets their way?
What did I say?
Did you say Kristin?
Yes.
What did I say?
Me.
Yeah.
I always get my way.
Yes.
That's the dynamic of this marriage. But my way is usually the best way.
God damn it. Okay, would you reveal a deep, dark secret about your spouse for $1 million?
Yeah, what do you think I said?
I think you said yes, because you're... No, I think you said no, because you're so loyal and wonderful. What do you think I said?
What the hell? No, you said no. Sure, I still made some point.
Because here was my thinking.
Yeah, go ahead. Explain it to them.
Here was my thinking. I said I would reveal a deep, dark secret of Kristin's for $1 million because I don't think you have any secrets that you give a shit about people knowing more than you give a shit about having $1 million.
The point is that it's a deep, dark secret. So even if I don't have one, it's saying, would you reveal something that your spouse does not want you to reveal for monetary purposes?
Yeah, but I feel like you'd be fine with it. And then you'd be like, let's go spend all this money.
Great. Cool. Awesome. Fantastic.
The future of our family.
Well, that's been the Newlywed Game. Kristin and Jenny.
I love that.
Does anybody talk to us? No, nobody's talked to us. They're all just watching in horror.
No.
I'm kidding. All right, well, we have 10 minutes left. What should we do in our last 10 minutes? If you have any last requests, we're here 10 more minutes. You can tweet for expediency, or you can use the Q&A on the left-hand side of the screen. Let us know if you have any last requests. Do I have a request?
Do you?
Do you think I can do any? What can I play impromptu harmonica on? Oh. Oh, let me just think for a second. Nice.
You can probably just start.
Need to get a bigger lung span.
Yeah. That's good. Your regular Chuck radio. Love is a burning thing.
Where's the phone now?
It makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell. Oh shit. This isn't the key I usually do it in.
Oh, did you change it for me?
Yeah. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames they went higher. And it burns, 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 burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Well, the taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell in kind of
So low. What's the high? If you do it high on that, what is it?
I'm having such trouble finding
That was
I fell into a ring of fire, went down, 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 and the flames they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, and it burns, burns. Jenny,
Yeah, Jenny.
burns. I don't know what's going on here. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Harmonica solo out.
What's
Yeah.
so funny?
You're just.
You're laughing at my incredible talent.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, is it you or is it Alanis Morissette? Could be either.
Could be either.
That was a very weird version of Ring of Fire.
You're all welcome. All right, I'm gonna look through to see if we have any last requests before we head out to go make some dollars. Got another few donations that came through. Oh, thank you, you sweet people. All right, there's some old Buffy stuff in here. Yeah, okay. I think everybody is satisfied. To those of you who are around today and want help in any way, you can share. About the, you can share about the campaign. Thank you. Yeah. Jenny, thanks for taking this 2.5 hours of your afternoon to support our restroom.
Thanks for having me. It was my pleasure, you know.
Plus, I always get my way.
You do.
So,
And you control the remote mentally.
yeah. All right. Thank you all. For those of you who are still here with us, thanks for sticking around. This has been rad. You're the best. Holy shit. I can promise you that like big things are going to change with our restroom. I can already feel it. I know what the feeling feels like, you know, when there's that like little buzz energy underneath the campaign, and that's what's happening here. And for those of you who didn't see this on social media, the first business came on board. They're a business in the Eagle Rock area of Los Angeles. They're called Craft Beer Sellers, and
They're great.
they're amazing. I mean, we went there before we knew that they were this amazing. because they have an incredible selection of beers, and they have like a little tasting room where you can go and have a beer. You can like buy the beer at the counter and then take it to the tasting room. It's really rad. And it's owned by a husband and wife, and the wife who I did the most talking to, she said to me, you know, I'm so happy that you came to us with this campaign because we view this establishment as like a home away from home for people, and it can't be that if not everybody can feel safe and comfortable. I know. And I was just like, fuck, like this is what it's about, you know, that like we connected with them. They were like, holy shit, this is so easy. We can do this. We brought them signs to put up. So like not only are their bathrooms unisex now, but they have like a little sign on the counter and a little sign on the bar in the back that say, our restrooms are unisex, and this is why, because we want our trans and non-binary and gender non-conforming clients to feel comfortable, and there's so many other reasons. And then it says that you can find more information at ourrestroom.com because it will be a place where other people and businesses can learn why that's important. So I have a lot of like big feelings in my heart about where this is going to go, just based on that like one exchange alone.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
And you're all helping make that possible, so thank you. And I hope that you all have wonderful rests of your afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk to everybody throughout the course of the day because I'm going to be real obnoxious on social media today.
Yay!
It's my job. It's my job. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out, you guys.
Bye.